live from Huntertown, Indiana, it's Soarin Hawk on the air. It's Soarin Hawk on. There we go. Here we are. Yeah. Well, so for another, maybe another chance at some education, some interesting stuff. I rooted around and we got a suggestion. So we're just going to, I know some of it's going to look a little familiar. I hope so. Hope you guys. So.
Oh, there's the gang.
Yeah, we got some more guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're running across the parking lot. So when you're getting out of your car, watch out for the droppings.
Oh, gosh.
This is going to look familiar. Oh, yes, it is out there. I was watching some red tails flying around and chasing each other. And all our females are starting to gain weight because their ovaries are growing.
Yeah.
So it's, we know it's out there.
No.
Oh.
Definitely in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. Well, the cranes are flying over, the geese are flying around. Everybody, so, and I can't show you the naughty bits here, so, okay. Don't want to get Jillian all excited here, so. So we have all this going on, We have all this going on. So where do you put the eggs? Well, there's where you put the well, you can put some of the eggs there, but I think the birds are more creative than this, and they put the eggs in a number of different places. There's a wide variety of places. So we have what I call the minimalists. Okay, these guys, they just like this little fairy tern or white tern found out Hawaii and the Southwest Pacific that. She just kind of lays her egg right there on a branch, okay?
Wow.
And then she scoots up and just, keeps it incubated. It's nice warm temperatures there and that kind of thing, so things work really good. Or this potu down in South America, Central and South America out there, hear them at night, woo, 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 woo.
This is the tall thing.
What?
Yeah.
So this is the potu.
Wow.
That's the branch, and that's her little egg there.
Wow.
How about that? Yeah. So they're really neat, when you can find them, but they blend right in.
Well, yeah, it looks
So,
like a branch.
So they're minimalist, okay? So they just don't do much of anything, And then, of course, we're familiar with scrapes, okay? So we have a number of birds that just make scrapes, like our killdeer, which are back right now. Got to watch your killdeer, to make sure that you don't run over their nest or anything like that. And, of course, as soon as the chicks hatch, they're out of the nest and gone. So
really?
Yeah, they don't. Once they have synchronous nest hatching, so they all hatch at one time, and they all get up and they run. So you just
Are they full size or do they?
No, they have to grow yet.
Okay.
But
they're
the
cute,
chicks,
little
It's like
minis.
those little,
they look like little cotton balls running across the
T-Rexes
lawn.
running in.
Yeah, so you have that, and of course we're familiar with some of our raptors up there, like the peregrines. They make a little scrape or find a dent in the cliff or something like that. So they make a scrape. Or things like common murres out there along the cliff faces. So they just kind of scratch some gravel away and lay their eggs right there.
That'd be cool.
Some birds use burrows, to have their nest. So we're all familiar with the burrowing owl, and I think, I haven't heard that Pam saw any burrowing owls down there. She's just in Florida.
Yeah, she didn't say.
She did.
Oh, she
Oh,
did.
she did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, so I know this is on our Christmas wish list. Somebody says that we need to have a burrowing owl.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
then
talk to
but,
Darren about it.
But I don't know. There's clay out here. I don't know if we can burrow in.
I know.
It'd be a shame, to have a burrowing owl and he couldn't burrow. So there's burrowing owls. How about Atlantic puffins?
Oh,
So they make a nice little hole. The
seen
downside
those,
for these guys is it's subject to predation, so they got to be a little careful with that. So so they're on a lot of islands. The nearest ones I know for the Atlantic puffins is up there. In Maine, Machias Sea Island, those places that are offshore. Only problem is a lot of those lighthouses they got in. Cats to take care of the mice and stuff, and the cats also took care of the birds. But most of those places have been cleaned up. The rats are gone. The cats are gone. So
Good.
and then there's the kingfishers. Okay, so I wasn't sure whether these guys are burrowing or they're cavity nesters.
Yeah.
So they kind of go into each one. So if you're out there along Cedar Creek, you can find some of the embankments. Look for holes in the side. Where the kingfishers might be nesting. It's really fascinating. A couple times I've actually seen kingfishers actually go into the hole. They don't stop. They just fly right up, tuck wings, and in they go. So
Whoop, bang.
bang, they're in.
Wasn't as deep as I thought it was.
Yeah. The problem with having burrows like this is that they're also subject to predation by things like snakes and stuff.
Yeah.
I often kind of wonder about the researchers, particularly in South America, that reach in to see what's inside. I don't know.
No, I couldn't do that.
No.
Could be anything in there.
And then, of course, we have cavity nesters. We're all familiar with woodpeckers. So woodpeckers and chickadees and some of those guys, in fact, even wood ducks, they're cavity nesters,
Yeah.
So we're familiar with those. And then, of course, there's owls. They can go into nest holes in trees, but, if you have a nice box set up for them, they'll go into the box. Bluebirds, another cavity nester. So, here's Mom bringing some nesting material, get that in there. So there's lots of cavity nesters. But it's amazing. But we got them all around here. And then there's cups. Okay, there's a lot of birds make a cup, and so the typical cup that we're used to. Robins, catbirds, all thrashers, all kinds of birds, and they make the cups in varying ways. Get some grass and stuff, make a bowl. And some of the birds use some mud to line it, like the robins do, and so some of the birds, like the barn swallows, we hope those will nest out here. That's why I set the boards up on the ends of the pens, so that the barn swallows have a place to roost, nest. So, but instead the house sparrows have used it. So we have cups like that, but we also have a cup like this. This is a red-tailed hawk. And she's built her nest, using all these sticks like this. And so she's formed a big cup. And so she's up there. Sometimes barn owls, or great horned owls, rather, will do this. So you have a cup like this. So there's one form of cup. Another cup is this platform that was set up for osprey. And you got the nice platform here. And then they just build on top. And it's made a cup. And the cup is, of course, designed to keep the kids from falling out, or the eggs from falling out. So you need that cup to kind of hold things. And a more interesting bird is the chimney swift that makes a cup nest, but it uses adhesive, made from its saliva, to fasten that cup to the side of a chimney or a cliff face or hard surface, And so I've seen also where. I forget where I was, but anyways, one of the house swifts from over in Europe, and there was a garage type thing, a lean-to, and there was a post in there, a horizontal post, and she actually had fastened her nest right to the top of that. So you're able to actually walk up and see a swift in daytime standing still.
Oh yeah.
So that was kind of an interesting thing. So here's a cup nest, the adhesive there. Of course, in Asia, they actually harvest these nests and they rinse off the adhesive material to make edible bird nest soup. So they and Yeah.
Really?
Really, yes. And it's not particularly appetizing, I'll tell you. I've had it once and I had a headache afterwards. So I don't know what was in it, but anyways. So in fact, in Asia, people actually put up small buildings on top of their house or on top of their apartment building or something like that, and then they play recordings of the swifts. And track them in there to.
Oh, gosh.
And then they harvest the after the season's over. They harvest the nest and then they wash the saliva stuff off. So kind of interesting. And this is kind of a cute little cup nest. It's a hummingbird nest.
Oh yeah. those are
Comment.
so cool.
Somebody said, "Say what?" That's how I feel. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About what?
They're making that soup.
Yeah,
Wow.
they do. It's so you look it up. It's really interesting. So, anyways, these guys are kind of an interesting thing. They make this little nest using lichen and spider webs, and so they lay the eggs in there, and then the spider webs have stretch. They stretch out. So as the kids grow, they stretch out and stretch the sides out. So
Oh,
they're
really? Well, that makes sense.
so that's kind of smart of them. So that's So that's one of the interesting cup nests. There's other variations on cup nest, So, there's floating nest, and so some of the birds, like the pied-billed grebe, they gather together floating material, and then they build their nest on top of the floating material. And coots do this also, and so it's kind of an interesting thing, and so you have to watch it, and they have to watch, so they anchor it, to some reeds and stuff like that, so it doesn't move around. And also they have to be careful that they don't build their nest in a place that might dry out. So they have to make sure they have a good body of water, So there's floating nests. And then there's mounds. Okay, there's, And this is one of my favorites. This is a mallee nest, mallee fowl nest. And so ostriches, mallee fowls, other megapods actually build, they dig a hole, line it with vegetation, which decays and creates heat to incubate the eggs, and then they pile dirt over top of it, and then they regulate the temperature. They go back and they do a temperature check every so often, either remove dirt or add dirt, and then typically when the young hatch out, they're ready to roll. There's with the ostriches, of course, the males take care of the kids. Mom does the egg laying, and dad takes care of the kids. So it's kind of neat to watch run up on a male ostrich with all the little kids running around his feet, And but boy, they can really move, And so that's a mallee fowl nest down in Australia, and you can see the debris around it, and it's an active nest. We did manage to flush the mallee fowl. He was over in the bushes. There's also this mound. This is made by a crane. And again, taken just piled debris or leaves and branches and stuff like that into a big mound above the water.
Wow.
And then they, one of the things I saw down in Mississippi one time in a pine forest, there was a body of water like this, and they actually had used mud to make their mound, and they were laying their eggs on in that, and then it had, So this is so this is another type of a mound that the birds make, or flamingos, So flamingos make a mound, and then a nest, and then again above the water line. So if you're down in Florida, you might see this, And then there's spheres. Okay, there's spherical nest. Okay,
Never heard of that.
you never heard of that? Okay,
Nope.
see that? Oh boy, I'm educating some people.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah.
exactly.
So one of my favorite birds are the oven birds down there, called haneros. Okay,
Yeah.
and so they have this nice big clay nest that they make, and this actually has a corridor in it, and so it's like a little wall there, and then behind the wall is where the eggs are laid. So it's a spherical nest, and the interesting thing is some were clockwise and some were counterclockwise. They haven't figured this out yet, why some are.
What's the building material?
The clay, just old red clay. And it's really interesting to watch them do the whole structure, build the whole thing up.
How did they pick it up?
What?
How did they pick up the clay? And their little
with their
feet.
beaks, yeah.
With their beaks, they
Yeah,
just
yeah, just like the purple,
Yeah,
just like the barn
spit.
swallows do. You know, come down
Yeah.
to get the clay and
Oh,
carry it
that-
up. The
that-
robins do. All these birds, pick
Oh,
up the
wow.
clay, get a little pellet of clay. So that's one
It could take a long
spherical
time.
type nest,
Yeah.
and it's all enclosed.
How big is that? Do
Oh,
you know?
it's about the size of a soccer ball.
Wow.
So
wow.
they reuse it every year if it's not
But
destroyed.
if it doesn't get destroyed by weather or something
Yeah.
like that, so
That'd take a long time.
it takes a long time, a lot of work.
Beautiful birds.
And then there's this guy. This is an oven bird too. This is our little guy that we have up here. Goes walking around in the forest, going teacher, 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 teacher. And again, a spherical nest. Okay, on the ground.
Okay.
So he has that nice little spherical nest. So
Yeah,
so some
okay, I
make
see,
little
yeah.
spherical nests, and it's about 8 inches across. And so
Hummingbirds kind of make a little pouch too. a
yeah,
little-
we did.
We did.
I
remember
missed that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's pendant nest, or hanging nest, if you want to call them that. So your Baltimore Orioles make those hanging nests, okay? So a lot of the corvids do, not corvids. There goes icterids do that, okay?
Well, you
So
got a lot to
icterids
remember.
like the orpendulas,
Wow.
That's
they
cool.
make these beautiful hanging nests, so
gorgeous.
orpendulas, orioles make those. There's also some of the there's a little small bird over in Europe called the pendulum tit, and it's related to our chickadees, and it makes a little pendulum nest, usually in the reeds,
Sounds
you know.
interesting.
So it's kind of a cute little thing.
Cool.
And then, but when we talk about all this nesting, birds need a place to go nest, So keep your backyard natural. That's our new memorial garden that we're putting up right now. Yeah, so it's going to
go.
be quite good looking. You can see the coneflowers back there already growing.
Yeah.
We've had those, so it's
No dinosaurs, though.
no dinosaurs. No. So we need more nesting places, and there are some nice nesting places like Eagle Marsh, out there. So so we should do everything possible to maintain these places and keep them going, and give more nesting areas for the birds, and so we have more birds to take care of us. Go out there and eat all the bugs and the weed seeds and things like that. So a little more edification about birds, and so I'm gonna go. What? In conclusion.
Conclusion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we have some programs coming up. We have this big riverfront pop-up event coming up there at Promenade Park. So it's going to be right there, right next to, let's see, that's Wells Street there. Right there by the Wells Street Bridge. Okay, so we're going to be down there in April. And let's see what else we got. We got Earth Day coming up at Eagle Marsh over at, and that's on the 24th. On the 30th, we're going to be Earth Daying up at Lake Wawasee at the Conservation Center. Let's see what else we got. We got the Eagle Fest. That's going to be at Headwaters Park. That's going to be in the 15th of May. And then, May. We got Tin Caps. We're going to be out. The Tin Caps. We're going to take Jeff will be out there to do the national anthem. Yeah, hopefully. yeah, he's going to be out there. He's all ready for that. We got the River Drums again coming down at Headwaters Park. We're going to be out changing lakes. Starting in let's see, what are we going to do in June, July, and September? No, I'm sorry, June, August, and September. We're going to be out there the third Thursday of each month. And so come on out there and see us at Chain of Lakes. And let's see, what else we got? We got Open Streets again, right in Fort Wayne here. And then, we're going to be down there at Salon Covered Bridge down there in Geneva, for the Limberlost people. So we're going to be down there. So we have a lot of places that we're going to be out to.
Yes, so.
Oh, I forgot. Didn't I put it on there? Oh, Balloons Aloft. We're going to be up there in Steuben County for the balloon
How cool
thing.
is that?
Oh, fun.
That's going to be,
Wow.
I think it's the 7th of July. And so we're going to be up there for that, And I got to keep my eye on Pam because she wants to go up in one of those things.
Oh, me too.
You may never come back.
Up and away. So so we have a lot of stuff coming in. The scout camps, we got the Boy Scout camp. We're going to be up at Camp Little Turtle. We're going to be over at Girl Scout Camp, Camp Logan. We're going to be up at, let's see, where we're going to be. Camp Mullen Hour, okay, for DNR. So we're going to be up there for those. Jeff really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
He really enjoyed that. He said,
Yeah.
"Wow, look at that big lake." He got all excited about that. So, we got the Kosciuszko Sheriff's Office day camp. We're going to be up there for that. We're going to be all over the place.
Busy birds.
So we're going to be bringing birds, and also we're going to bring some really nice people out there, okay? And
Yeah, leave the bad ones home.
What?
Leave the bad ones home.
We're going to leave
Just
the bad
bring
ones
nice
home.
people.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's see what else we got. We got the 4-H thing over here, the county 4-H thing in July, and so what else we got? 4-H clubs. We got let's see, the eco clubs. We're over there at St. Francis. You guys, we're gonna be over there at St. Francis on Earth Day week, and so come on out there. We're gonna be out there at the football field and or the stadium, and so we're all over the place. Okay, so keep your eyes to the sky, and watch us, and we're always happy to be out there. We always want to meet you guys. Always want to show off our birds. And our birds want to be shown off. Mm-hmm. They really, during the COVID thing, they really miss being out. And they really look forward to seeing people because they want to build up their life list. I heard a couple of them complaining that they still don't have any redheads yet. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna...
No, they got their bird books to fill out.
Yeah.
They got... So anyways, I don't have anything more to talk about today. And I know there's more nest things out there to talk about probably. That I haven't. I think I picked up most of them that I could think of. So, okay. Yeah.
We actually have a nest right here,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. I think I
Came
this.
from our one of our bluebird boxes.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting to see all the birds, the feathers in here from our raptors.
This feather.
Yeah. That looks like that's Chewy from Chewy.
That's what
And
Chewy's
then,
feathers, yeah.
It could be vultures. This looks like Athena here.
Yeah.
And this,
That looks like maybe that was Broadwing there.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe, or
Songbird
Bard.
collection of
Bard,
raptor
yeah.
feathers.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
Bard Owl. Yeah, it could be Bard Owl.
Very
too.
interesting collection of feathers in
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
in the nest box
Yeah.
of the bluebird.
So anyways.
Pretty neat.
So that's pretty neat. So there's a lot of wildlife out there, a lot of stuff for us to see. So anyways, if you guys have some ideas of some more things you'd like to learn about, let us know. And I know that we'll soon have vacation pictures coming up. And, so I think, Pam got a nice picture of a ruddy turnstone.
Yeah,
She got some great shots.
Yeah, so she got some good shots. So we're gonna have everybody bring in their vacation pictures, of the birds, okay, of the wildlife. Yeah. Not people slumped over bar stools or anything, So okay, so anyway, so again, remember.
A friend of Ashley's.
Remember, Gigi wants you. Okay.
We need you.
We need you out here. So come on out, volunteer. We have lots of room for different talents. So it isn't just feed and clean. You get to play with the birds occasionally, okay? And if the birds like you, and so you get to meet the birds, you can get to meet people, and Gigi promises no more calisthenic on the parking lot. Okay.
Right, we do it in the lawn.
Yeah, the parking lot was too
Yeah.
tough. Okay, so too hot. So volunteer. Go to our website soarinhawk.org and sign up. So if you want to help us out financially, we could use a little bit of help. Adopt a raptor, get a nice adoption certificate, get a photo of your bird and get your bird history. Again, the adoptions are virtual. Okay? So don't expect to get a box in the mail with a bird in it, okay? So they're virtual. Don't forget, you can come out and visit us. You know, we have some. We've had some visitors coming in. It's by appointment, but you know, if you see me, you know, and talk to me sweetly, I can squeeze you in. Okay. So you know, so it's really nice, and you know, so yeah, do drop by. You know, we can take care of you. But anyway, so give us a call. We'll give you a tour. Don't forget, we're available for schools, homeschoolers, community groups, scouts, churches, retirement homes. Let's see, birthdays, weddings, Eagle Awards, block parties, baby showers. I can't think of anything else we can do. You know.
Just because.
Or oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Just because you want to see some birds at your house.
Right, that's a great reason.
That's a great reason. You know, you don't have to have a special occasion. You just you have a need.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, bring it to your house. You know, invite the neighbors over. Have a little party in the backyard. You know, and
Neighborhood
you know,
party.
yeah,
Yeah.
and make sure there's enough food for us. No. So
We have
don't
meat
forget.
all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't forget when you're buying your Easter clothes, you know, from Amazon, you know, go to Amazon Smile, you know, designate us as your charity, and some of that money goes to us. Kroger rewards. I know you got to get out there and get that Easter ham and that kind of thing. So, well, that's still only the 13th of April. That's still a long way off,
Right.
isn't it? That's way out there. But anyways,
Before
but
you know it, though.
but yeah, but there's other food that you want to buy there. You know, so we don't want you starving. So yeah, get out there
No,
to
we don't want
Kroger's.
anybody starving.
No, so we want you to go out there to Kroger's and you know, remember, make us your designated charity. And don't forget, Jeff, Air, and Poe need fish. We just got in a supply of smelt, and that's going to be interesting. I don't know, have they fed them the smelt yet?
No.
Today's the first day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to see how it goes. So yeah, so I understand that I didn't realize that they have a big celebration in Chicago about smelt, and so a week-long celebration of smelt fishing or
Wow.
something. So
Our smelt always that little.
yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're supposed to be. There's some of them getting up like
Yeah,
about 8-9
yeah.
inches, but these
These
are
are
all
small,
small ones.
yeah.
Yeah, these are. Yeah, so
Jeff will probably like those. Be
Yeah,
like little
yeah.
appetizers.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
See, yeah.
just suck them right down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. Good boy. And so that's us. So come and see us next week, and same time, same channel. Yeah. Okay. And next week's topic we don't know yet, so we'll find out.
It's
Okay.
a secret.
That's a
Stay
secret.
tuned.
So I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, Gigi.
Okay, bye
Gigi.
everybody. See you, Bob.
Bye, Jillian.
Bye, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Great
Bye.
presentation. We love you, Bob.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh,